The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Good afternoon. You're tuned into Ability Matters, the program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. We are one of the longest running disability-related shows in the world, starting as Headway On Air all the way back in 2007 and now brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability support organisation.
Yes, that's right, Sean. Thank you very much. I'm, of course, your host, Antonio Sconimilio. And as with me as per usual these days is my co-host, Alan. How are you, Alan?
Good, thank you, Tony. How's yourself, mate?
I'm great now you're back, buddy.
Oh, that's good, mate. That's good.
Getting things back to ordinary.
Yeah, well, I'll be back on every second week, so, yeah, and Becca will be coming on the other weeks.
So you're going to do a trade-off, is it? So
yeah.
Alternate weeks, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
I'd like to welcome James from Bunji.
Today's interviewer.
Yeah. So really happy to have you on Ability Matters, mate.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me, Peter and Tony. It's a pleasure to be here chatting to you this afternoon.
Thank you, James. But
Hey, thank you, James.
his name's Alan, not Peter. It's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Peter and Alan, for having me today.
You're welcome, mate.
That's cool. No worries.
Well, we'll go to a song now and then we'll come back to an interview.
Beautiful. Well, first up, obviously the weather is looking pretty shiny outside. The sun's pretty going well, but yes, the song I'm going to play today is Steely Dan's Fire in the Hole from 1972. That was just Steely Dan with Fire in the Hole from 1972. I already said that, I'm just reminding you now, but well, we're going to get into the interview with Alan and James.
Thank you, Tony.
Go for it, guys.
James, may I ask what happened to you, mate?
So I have a syndrome called Kabuki syndrome and also a tiny bit of autism and a tiny bit of learning delay. So I need a bit of help when it comes to reading, writing, and also a bit of road control sometimes.
Oh, right, mate. Well, that's no good.
Sorry, did you say road or rogue?
Road.
Road, as in like crossing the road, that sort of thing.
Oh,
okay.
right,
yes.
right.
So just ordinary, like helping you cross the road, make sure the cars don't come, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We all need that at times. Don't worry, buddy. Thank you.
What is it that you do at Bunji, James?
So I've been a participant for about 6-7 months now, and what we really do there is I'm in a group with about 11 participants, and what I do there is I really learn and study all about the jobs or career paths we would like to take, and they're really easygoing and they're really helpful when you need help, and when you don't need help, that's okay too.
Oh,
really at Bunji.
Oh, that is great, mate. My next question is, what are your goals in life?
I would love to become a musician, entertainer, and anything to do with entertainment. So my goal one day is to have my own headline or maybe one-man show one day, and hopefully travel the world and travel to all the theatres across the world.
Oh, that is great, mate.
James, I love your confidence. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Presence, that's what it's all about. Presence and yes.
Yes.
I can see you're going to do well at it as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Tony, we'll go back to a couple of songs, mate.
Rightio. Well, I've got lined up. I've got the Doobie Brothers with Long Train Running from 1973. And yes, that last song just then was by the Drifters, called Saturday Night at the Movies from the year 1965. But before that, we heard from Supertramp with It's Raining Again from 1982. And now let's just go straight back into the interview with Alan and James.
Thank you, Tony. James, in Pathways, what did you do in Pathways?
So, could you explain that?
What programs was you doing in Pathways to help you?
So I've done a lot of... Is this just regarding Bunji?
Yeah, like how you talk to computers.
So what sort of programs I've done is a bit of Canva, a bit of Seek.
What's that, mate?
It's where you get assistance with getting your resume made up.
Yeah.
And then you can also use an app called Seek where you look for jobs and where you hunt for jobs in the real world.
Yeah.
And how I would do it is I would manually talk to text all the jobs.
Oh, that is great. Have you done any where you want to go into be a musician, entertainer?
Yes, I have crossed paths with a few organisations, but we're waiting.
Oh, that is great, mate. Oh, I'm really happy to hear that.
Thank you,
Alan. How is Bunji assisting you with achieving your goals? Oh, we just went through that one. So
how Bunji's assisting me achieving my goals is I've seen my progress go through the roof at Bunji compared to when I started. Sure, my confidence has always been the same, but through the roof with reading, writing, problem solving, really everything has been great about Bunji.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear, James.
I love the enthusiasm.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are some of the things you do at Bunji's?
So we go for workplace walkthroughs. We go for tours of different organisations. And most days we stay at Bunji and we go through what we would like to do as a career. And starting in Feb, we're going to get really back into that and touch wood and get back into that straight away.
Do you go out and do any social activities?
Yes, we do. We get to go to really anything Cassie or Rosanna, our supervisors, will find.
Right.
We'll try and get us into, and we'll try and do as a group or one-on-one sometimes.
Do you have barbecues?
Yes, we're actually having one today after this.
Yeah? Oh, wow. That is great, mate.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm just assuming now too, maybe would movies be a possibility as well?
Sometimes.
Yes. Can't be all the time, I know. Good say.
So you like action movies?
I love musical theatre movies. Anything with music, a great story, or something what you can basically follow along with the story with.
Oh, that is great, mate. Oh, I'm real happy to hear that.
Thank you.
It sounds like you're really enjoying yourself at Bunji.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's good. Well, Tony, we'll go back to a few songs now, mate.
Lovely, thank you. I think we're going to just jump into the 90s now. We'll get some Charles and Eddie with Would I Lie to You from 1992. Yeah. Yes, as you just heard, this is VOX FM, the Illawarra's greatest community radio station. But the songs I just played for you then, well, the one you just heard was Cold as Ice by Foreigner from 1977, released on the album also called Foreigner, self-titled. But before that, we heard from Ray Charles with Hit the Road Jack from 1962. And the first song I played with the second song I just played with that little 4 songs by choice just then was Toto, You Got Me from 1988 from the album The Seventh One. Bit of a mouthful there just talking, but yeah, there we go. Now we're back to the interview with Alan and James.
Thank you, Tony.
Go for it, guys.
James.
Yes.
Do you feel Bunji is focused on you and helping you with your success?
Yes, absolutely. I think one day I'll be thanking Bunji for everything I've had in my career, and I'm so proud and honoured to be a member of Bunji.
Oh, that is great, mate. And I reckon they're proud to have you too.
Of course.
They definitely are.
Yeah. What do you love about Bunji?
What I love is getting to know the participants and making connections and making friends and really individualising what you would like to do as a career, as a pathway, or even work experience, or even try something.
Well, I reckon, James, you've made a lot of friends at Bunji.
I have.
That is great, mate. What was the transition from school into Bunji like, James?
It was a bit hard at times.
Yeah, I like the breath. Good work. Lovely.
But I'm getting used to it very quickly and slowly. Like, there are days when I ask why I can't go to school, and I used to ask my principal.
Yeah.
But now I'm very happy at Bunji, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now.
How many days a week do you go to Bunji?
I go to Bunji about 3 days a week and 6 hours a day.
Oh, right. That is great, mate.
Yes.
And by the sounds of it, you really enjoy going to Bunji.
I really do. It's one of the highlights of my week and the other participants, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I reckon that it would be too, mate.
Yes, it would.
Tony, we'll go back to some more music, mate.
Sure thing. After I ask this
hang
question
on. Yeah.
So, James, what do you think is a bit of a broad question now, the most beneficial thing that you've learned from your time at Bunji?
It's really been independent living, learning about that, and slowly getting your life together in a real reality. And at times it's been a really reality whack to me, really. But now I'm very happy at Bunji, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I really like what you just said, James.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, it is.
But keep your head up high and keep trying, and you will get to where you want to be. I promise.
Oh, that is great, James.
I believe in that very strongly myself.
Yeah.
And I think that Bunji, or the employees of Bunji, have helped guide you along that path, haven't they?
Yes, they definitely, most definitely have.
Beautiful.
You've got the same rule as me, James,
Yes.
and that is never give up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am not going to give up till the day I pass.
Oh, that is great, mate.
Wonderful. Well, no one wants to pass, but
No,
that's
no.
a good attitude, yes. Next song I'm going to play is by a group called London Beat, called I've Been Thinking About You, from 1990, from the album they have called In the Blood. There it is. We all know this one, don't we? And yes, that was just Eric Clapton with Tears in Heaven from his 1991 album Rush. And before that we heard from the Alan Parsons Project with Eye in the Sky from 1982. Also the album of the same name, self-titled Eye in the Sky. They are a British rock band, of course. But before that we heard from another British glam metal band, or British American even, LA Guns with the Ballad of Jane from 1989. A very good little mixture of different tunes there, but they're all 80s and 90s, but yeah, not a mixture, but yeah.
James, what do you do when you're not at Bunji?
What I love to do is acting, music, and whatever really I get asked to do, I pretty much all the time always take it on. I don't think I've ever said no to anything.
Oh, that sounds great,
That's
mate.
a powerful attitude.
Yeah. Also, you're telling us that you go and do Braintree talks and...
So sometimes, yes. So sometimes
Or
I go
talk
into
at schools.
in particularly primary schools, and
Yeah.
I go and talk to them about my story, and I have a documentary on the ABC, and we show that. And
Wow.
I also in particular talk about my time at high school living with a disability.
Yeah.
And I've also done a high school where I was a mentor for a disability camp.
Wow, that is great, mate.
Thank you.
Powerful.
When did you discover your interest in the entertainment industry?
So I think I've been into the entertainment industry since I was born, but for example, when I was diagnosed, my music teacher, Dr. Philip Slater, was playing with Missy Higgins at the time, and I saw a photo of Todd McKinney outside a theatre in Melbourne in the show Annie, and I wanted to be the next actor, and I thought, what is this place? This is amazing. I want to do things like this. And then I went home and Googled it.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked back since, and I've been here for 10 years.
That is great, mate.
Powerful.
I am so happy for you.
Like it.
Thank you.
Well, James, we'd like to thank you for coming on Ability Matters, and, you know, it's been a pleasure having you on air with us today. And later on next year, we'd like to get you back again, if that's okay.
Yes, I'm happy to come back anytime. If it's this year, next year, the year after, anytime, I'm happy to come back.
Oh, that is great, mate.
I love your attitude. Beautiful.
But we're going to get Rosanna, James's coordinator, and to come on. We're going to play 2 songs first.
Radio. Well,
and then Rosanna will be on to share the phone number and email address.
Well, first thing I'll do before that happens is, Rosanna, do you mind if I play the song with your name in it?
That's fine.
Oh, okay, she said that's fine out there listening, so here we go. I'm going to play Toto Rosanna from 1982. Great little tune, love it. We're going back into the interview with Alan and Rosanna now.
Rosanna?
Yes, Rosanna's the coordinator of the
SLES program. Hi
SLES
guys,
program.
thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, if anyone wants to contact Bunji, Rosanna's going to give the phone number and also the email address if you want to contact.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having myself and James on and giving us an opportunity to, I guess, provide information out into the community of the work that we do and what the passionate work that we do and the support that we give. So if anybody is interested, our phone number is 1300 291 097. And if you would like to reach out on an email, it's info@bunji.au.
Oh, that is great. You know, it's been a pleasure to have both of yous on. We've learned a lot from James today, and, you know, I'm so happy he's got that will to never give up, and he just wants to keep going.
He's so passionate.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. I mean, we do all that we can, but his attitude and his drive is what he's going to. That is the reason that he's going to achieve all his goals for sure. As you can see, he knows what he wants and is going for it, and we're trying to provide all that we can so that he can achieve those goals. Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Well, thank you so much for coming on air with us.
It's our pleasure. Thank
you. As I said to James, we'll get you both back on next year.
Not a problem.
See how things
I'm
are
sure
going.
James is all over it. He's already, he just wants to know what date, what time, and he'll be here.
I can already see he's sitting there clapping his hands in the corner and he's got such a broad, beautiful smile.
Hey, we might even get you back on at the end of the year.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yes.
And now, just for people who've got themselves a pen and paper, get ready. I'm going to read those numbers out again. This is for the Bunji information, yes?
Yes, thanks.
The number was 1300 291 097. And the email address was info, that's INFO, @bunji.au.
Thank you, Tony. Perfect. Yeah.
And the @ is that little @ symbol, yes?
Yes.
Not the word.
No.
I just have to clarify.
When you say email address, it's always @
Yes.
a little symbol.
I know not a lot of people out there would be very familiar, so I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.